what's going on, everybody? I am super excited because Bricky's back. We're going to be listening to a bunch of video game music today, and of course, you were here for previously on the Warhammer episode.
Yes, lots of chanting, lots of organs, lots of machinery, the classics.
Right. Well, we do love an organ because they're awesome. Did you feel like your life changed after that? Like, did you feel like you started to listen to music in a different way?
My life, my whole life changed. You know, I will say, joke aside, I will admit there was a little bit more of a grab for certain kinds of music as I was listening afterwards, after the stuff we discussed. Life-changing, a bit strong.
Debatable.
It's a bit strong of a phrase, but there definitely was a slightly different lens to look at it. And you yourself have been busy lately.
Yeah, no, things have been, things are good. My wife keeps saying this year is our year, whatever that means. But, I keep riding the wave for as long as possible.
I try to say it every year. I think it's a good call. We've been kind of talking about doing a redux, not of Warhammer, mind you. But another little conversation here again for a bit now. And do you want to kind of give a little bit of a spiel on what it might be about?
Yeah, guys, we got shirts.
Yes,
together.
You got back up.
Yours says "Lost in the Game, found in the music."
The music.
This one is gameplay is the body and soundtrack is the soul. This other third option, which I actually love. I should have worn this one.
It says average video game music enjoyer.
Video game music enjoyer, and it's a night listening to music. And these are all designed by Raul, my incredibly talented designer.
Yeah, he actually went kind of insane with it. It was absolutely fantastic. But after our first time together, we're talking about pulling up a little something for yourself, a little bit of a merchandise store for those of you who are huge game music fans. And I'm really happy because out of all of the options we could have done for actual designs, I think these are pretty fantastic, man. These are really, really good.
And it's also cool because this is actually right here is the logo, but it's not. I really didn't want
Marco Meatball, the whole thing.
I wanted it to be agnostic because these are really nice pieces where it accents. I think for video game music fans, it accents why we love it. And I love gameplay is the body and soundtrack is the soul. Raul, I gave him some ideas, but then I was just go off and have fun. So I'm really happy
he went
with
off.
How this, I'm really happy with how these turned out. But yeah, so if you want to buy a shirt, well, you can now.
Yes, you can now, or a hat if I'm not mistaken.
Or a hat with the logo. Yes, if you want to rock the Marco Meatball music note, you can.
It should all be, I'm assuming, in the description. I'll see. I don't know if I should have a QR code for you at some point during this shebang, but it should be down there. Obviously, the merch site is owned by me. It's Orchid 8, so obviously just transparency there, of course. I'm the owner of the site, but we've been very big fans of it internally. A lot of the staff are really, really big fans of this one. I know our community manager is planning on getting one as soon as they come out.
Really?
Oh yeah. No, she's been absolutely loving it because she's a big fan of listening to game soundtracks while she does work. So
yeah, it's cool. I've actually been trying to figure that out for a long time. So when you had reached out, it was actually the perfect timing. Just because I feel I love t-shirts that say something. And I feel these are really good. And Raul really understood the assignment to create something that is not only is it Marco Meatball agnostic, which unless you want a hat, which by all means, but also,
but it just has the M.
It's
just the note.
Point. Yeah,
right?
It's just the note. Yeah. So it's cool. And then today, you and I are going to be listening to a bunch of different stuff, mostly from underrepresented or just different ways that video game music exists. And I think it's really easy for us to get caught up in bangers or this is from a specific game, in the case of our Warhammer video. Having nuance in the discussion about how video game music is used and also what it's trying to tell through the sounds and how it wants us to feel is a really incredible thing. So I'm really excited to sort of expand. I think maybe today will be life-changing for you, Bricky. It's possible.
Hey, that's the hope. You can certainly introduce me to a lot of new stuff. I plan on doing the same to you. If we were just going to be spending our time here talking about recent banger soundtracks, this just be the Expedition 33 show.
Yeah.
But which hey, obviously well deserved. But
for sure.
For the most part, I wanted to find some stuff because our goal here was five tracks each. Mm-hmm. Now I think I technically have 6 overall because one is kind of flip-flop, but I think you have something similar. The idea was, for me at least, to find different ways music can be utilized to tell not necessarily different stories, but how it can be applied in different areas. I have to have at least one Warhammer track, but I only have one. I only have one. So the other 4 of them are from things I really do enjoy, and I wanted them to be a bit more diverse, and I also kind of want them to be a little, we're going to be kind of crescendoing a little bit. We're going to start off very light and then kind of move our way up in terms of like, not necessarily strength, but I guess like heat, passion, whatever you want to call it. I'm not quite sure how you decided to pick your 5.
I picked them for whatever I liked. So
okay, perfect.
Following that trend at all, but I also held myself back for only one Ace Combat track, which, if you love Warhammer, I love Ace Combat, and it's that.
No,
really
that's makes sense. There's a good chance I'm going to play Ace Combat 7 sometime for the first time ever this quarter. I don't know exactly when, but I do know I haven't played it yet, and I saw the Ace Combat 8 trailer, and it looked really interesting, and my entire chat exploded. And I talked to some buddies of mine, and I was like, "Isn't Ace Combat just like a Metal Gear Rising plot but with planes?" And he's like, "No, Bricky, it's not.
No,
it's about soul. It's about flying a plane."
Oh my god, dude! Have you ever played any Ace Combat?
Like 2 back when I in like the PlayStation 2 when I was totally like a young guy.
Like 4, 5, and 0 maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I played them way back when. Way back when I was like 11.
You're an adult now. You have different. Yes. Oh my god! When we get to it, I'm gonna lean in. I sold a lot of people on it. Anyway, let's get started. You want to start first? Why don't you bring me your first track, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
Okay, so this is an interesting one. So the first one I wanted to choose is a loading screen. So I wanted to start small, and I wanted to use the appreciation of having something involving a loading screen. And so the first one I did is actually I wanted to do it for a game that I do think has somewhat underrated music, despite it being a popular game, which is actually Call of Duty. With that, let me open up our watch together. This is a Call of Duty that I am a huge fan of.
Infinite Warfare, really?
Infinite Warfare. Now, you may remember the old days where Infinite Warfare was kind of clowned on. It was one of the most disliked videos of all time. No one has ever been more wrong in their life, ever. Now, the soundtrack for the game is good. I think it's pretty good. It's not as good as some. I was kind of leaning between the Black Ops 1 and COD 4 one.
Sure, classic.
But this was the soundtrack for the multiplayer menu theme for one of the factions, and I found it surprisingly subtle, which is not Call of Duty's game. At least not anymore, right? So anyway, back in like COD 4, things were different.
Do you know the first Call of Duty I ever played was Call of Duty Call of Duty World War II?
World War II or World at War?
Sorry, World War II.
Really?
The first one I ever played. Yeah.
Like 5 years ago it was or whatever?
I think it came out the year after, because this was Treyarch, wasn't it? So I think this
was Infinite Warfare. The one that came out after Infinite Warfare, yes, you are correct, was World War II.
World War II.
Yes, which was Sledgehammer, I think.
It was Sledgehammer. I played it because it reminded me of Day of Defeat. Did you ever play Day of Defeat?
I did play Day of Defeat.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know why, but my brain was like, "Ooh, World War II," and I love, dude. 160 hours. Like I mean, that's like small numbers for most people, but like,
yeah, but we have jobs
that
involve video games.
I like have nostalgia for World War II.
You got to play World at War. The one from 08.
I really do. I know. I haven't played that one, and I haven't played. There's another one. That's the Russian front, isn't it?
World at War is both. It's Russian and American.
Okay. Yes. The one that starts in Stalin. You go to Stalingrad.
Stalingrad is the first of the Russian one.
Yes.
It starts off in the Pacific, but I'll be honest. That the World at War Soviet theme was one of my choices for this. It was. We could listen to that too, but it's a lot more grandiose, and I wanted a loading screen. I wanted a loading screen.
Yeah.
But anyway,
sell me on Infinite Warfare because.
All right. So it's only about 2.5. It's a long one, but it's looped, so it's only about 2.5 minutes, and I'll stop it when we're done. Okay. But I chose it for its subtlety.
Oh,
Do you want to keep listening to it anyway?
We'll keep going.
one part that I know hits at around 2:15 or so. And then once that hits, we'll be good in gaming. That's about it. That was the part I was thinking of, and then it kind of rolls out from there. Like I said, it's substantially less interesting than a lot of the stuff that you and I have listened to in terms of the generalities. However, for the quote unquote most hated Call of Duty that was really big and bombastic and like has this big space type thing, if you play the game ever, it's actually very impressive how much of a grounded like naval thing it is. And I find the multiplayer to be very interesting because you think it would be a lot more beeps and boops, right? You think it would be a hell of a lot more sci-fi, like a lot more heavier on like spaceships and lasers and stuff. But no, it's actually quite the campaign's quite dark and it's quite heavy. They kind of don't really play around with it too much, and I think it's an interesting way to do a loading screen in a way that is clearly sci-fi, but not at all what you would expect it to have been.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what kind of emotions stick out to you when you like think of this? Like, for me, like I really hear danger, and I really feel like almost like a sound of kind of like a decay. Also, it's really interesting because the back half there, it literally sounds like the ambulances in Europe.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
To me, it's really like there's actually like a lot of angst in it, and it's actually there's more anxiety than like that feeling of like we're going to war to beat up like Joe Schmo 182. You know what I mean? Like there's a sound in there that's kind of dangerous. I mean, what sticks out to you in terms of like emotional?
It feels far more serious than you would think it should. Right. The campaign is very actually quite good in that one, and it's very heavy. It's an older game, but a lot of characters die, like a lot of them die, and it's not particularly kind of thrown away. Like the weight of it is very big. The end credits of the game has pretty much every character in it that passed away reading their like, if I don't survive today, then send this to my mom type shit. It's very heavy, and so it's this kind of weird thing where like you have this feeling of like this is clearly a very high sci-fi world, but we're still like this is still at war. This is still like that may not grounded, but like this is still like a heavy hitting war. Like war never changes, Ron Perlman type stuff.
Yeah. I think Call of Duty now, regardless of whatever we feel about the last one that just came out, but like there's something to be said. I watched your video on that.
Oh, did you? No, thanks. Apparently the multiplayer is quite good, but I'm not sticking around to play it. So
yeah. But that being said, like I find the juxtaposition between the like in this case, like this is a loading screen into the beginning of the multiplayer experience, but like as you and I know, the Call of Duty multiplayer experience can feel a bit shallow in terms of your interaction with people and in terms of like how you engage with it as a consumer. And I find it kind of like the juxtaposition between like the composer's like desire to create something that's like unnatural and uncomfortable and serious versus like the reality of playing the multiplayer experience in the game. There's not always an intersection, and I find that really interesting.
Yeah. There's
you know what I mean? Like why actually make it uncomfortable or scary or serious?
I don't know, because the game's main menu theme is also very solemn. Because its main menu theme is far more like heavy strings, very like kind of sad almost, and it's interesting because Call of Duty for so long was known as like a love the Marine Corps, hoorah type thing, and and especially when you had this game, which was being clowned on for being so sci-fi based, but then taking that same sci-fi base and not making it Star Warsy. Like if you're gonna have a sci-fi Call of Duty, you would assume it would be Star Warsy, but it really wasn't. And so I've always been a big fan of it. I mean, it's not the perfect game in the world, but it's still an old school Call of Duty. But I remember really liking it for what it was.
I love that though, because I think it's like, again, I am always fascinated by the juxtaposition between like a composer writing something that's supposed to be deeply emotional and then also the gameplay experience itself and how different those two things can be. And the fact that most people don't even think about it. So the fact that it got you thinking about it to the point that here we are years later and you decided to pull out like a loading screen for a random Call of Duty, that's actually kind of a huge win for that composer.
It's actually kind of crazy. The composer's name is Sarah Schachner. She did a couple games. She also did composition for the movie Prey and Predator Badlands. But she also did the soundtracks for the Modern Warfare 2019 remake, and a lot of the music in the 2019 Modern Warfare is very good, and also kind of has the same heavy thing. And I was actually really, really impressed seeing how much stuff she worked on in these titles. So
I remember at one time I asked people like, "Hey, I want to play, I don't know, it was like Resident Evil 4 versus something else," and someone was like, "Why would you play Resident Evil 4? There's no music in that." And then I played it, and I was like, what are you talking about? There's tons of music in
There's tons of music in that, actually, yes. But I have a Resident Evil song on my list.
Is it Salazar's? Oh, okay.
No, it's not. Is yours?
No. I almost brought Salazar's theme.
That's a great theme, though.
Yeah. The point is that, like, again, they don't necessarily see how much like goes into creating these things, and like especially the artistic side of it, not even the gameplay. That's why it's like gameplay is the pie, and pie is great, but you need either ice cream or a crust in order for it to be perfect.
What you got?
Stellar Blade.
Stellar Blade. Okay.
The gooniest of goon games. Here's the thing. The discussion around Stellar Blade annoyed me so much because I actually felt that it was a very good and interesting and fun game. And I feel like all conversation around it became nothing but how Eve looked.
Yes.
And that's it.
Also, Nier Automata comparisons, especially.
Yeah. While I don't think the game is like perfect by any stretch of the imagination, I felt like it had a lot of heart and soul. Obviously Eve is attractive without a doubt. I mean, like,
sure.
Who gives a shit? But like, like that's just like an added bonus. But like the game itself, I think is quite quality. And one of the things that really disappointed me about this whole experience is that the soundtrack kind of got left in the dust. It is made by Monaka Sound, so and also shift up in-house. This actually, Stellar Blade, this was the Nikke collab. And have you ever heard of Nikke?
Not of my own choice, but I see it pop up a lot because a lot of the VTubers I'm friends with are really big into it.
So Nikke actually is also quite compelling, much to my surprise. Because,
oh, is it? Really?
Yeah, like even beyond like the physical aspects of it, like the story in there apparently is like quite interesting.
So I believe you on the Stellar Blade part. I agree with you on that one. I don't know if you got me sold on the Nikke one, though.
I'm not there. It's because I don't have enough information, but like I do know that some of my VTuber friends actually cried while playing Nikke, so it has to have some degree of, and I keep hearing this, that like the depth of the game. Well, in any case, this was the DLC for Stellar Blade, and there was a fight between Eve and Scarlet, and Scarlet's a character that appears in Nikke. She's like, elegant swords woman, sword master, and I just think it goes hard as balls, and I don't think that people talk about it nearly enough. that's it. I think that is so sick.
Okay, so the first half of that was about what I expected. Like I was like, okay, soft vocals, kind of a little bit of a EDM type thing, and then whoever was on the drums or whatever that was, because it didn't sound like it was just drums.
It's
it
like
sounded
bongos.
like bongos. I didn't expect the dubstep drop directly into like DK bongo, like just going insane with it. Also, I don't know, is this person Scarlet? Their hat is gigantic.
Gigantic, I know. In my mind, so the thing, like the soft female vocals and stuff, like if you really think about it, like, you know, Eve as a character, we don't get a lot of her, which some people's complaint about Eve in Stellar Blade, but actually where you end up getting a lot of her is actually in the music, because the sensitivity, the sensuality, the femininity, you know, that sort of, I have no idea what they're saying, by the way, but you know, the dance there is in like, you know, showcasing, I don't know, like poise and elegance, and like there's that sound of, almost feels like she's telling you her modus operandi. To me, I actually think the song is because it's Scarlet's boss theme, so I actually think that it's Scarlet. And I think at this point, this is when the bongos come in, she says, enough talk, like let's dance. And I think like that's what's cool, is that even though we have this sensuality, femininity, you know, elegance, grace, it's also like, don't fuck with me, let me show you what I mean, because she's like, you know, an excellent swords woman. And I love that. I also love how like unique that is, even though it's nothing crazy, but like, just like the heaviness of it in the drums is so, I don't know, exhilarating.
This almost feels like one of those things where, like listening to it now fresh, I feel like obviously it's interesting, but I almost feel like I'm missing a gameplay context, because I'm imagining when that drop happens, some kind of thing occurs in the fight. And so then that when that thing occurs and I hear just this person going ham on the bongos, I'm going to like, this is kind of random. Did you ever play Far Cry 3?
Yeah.
Did you remember that Make It Burn Them song or whatever when you're no there's like a dubstep.
So long ago.
It's like a dubstep, maybe not Bob Marley, maybe his son. I don't remember exactly who it is, but it's like dubstep reggae, and they play that when you're like flamethrowering marijuana fields.
And 4. Yes.
No, it's 3. It's 3.
I thought the marijuana.
Because you're on the island. This isn't the mountains.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Is it
regardless?
Not 4. It wouldn't be 4. Sorry. I remember there's a thing you do in 6 with marijuana fields and a flamethrower.
That's you're in Montana.
5 is Montana.
5 is Montana. I did not play 6. Maybe they called back to 3.
Maybe they do it every time, and I just
maybe they called back to 3 with that one. But no, they had 3. That. But like the reggae dubstep whatever song that they played during it is like fine. It's not my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
But I have a really humorous memory of that song attached to my character getting high out of his mind because he's flamethrowing a marijuana field. And so I kind of I listen to this and I'm like, okay, this looks really, really good. But I bet if I played it, when that drop happens, I would probably have this memory of this major fight part. And you're like, oh, damn, you know?
I laugh with my patrons on Fridays because we usually get into this, like, we inevitably get into the discussion around context, because I'm one of these weirdos that, like, I think because of my training with opera and music, where a lot of the stuff that I would end up performing, I would listen to for the first time with no context. So, like, staging it was the context, because I was the context, you know what I mean? Like, the character I was playing or whatever. So I wouldn't watch it beforehand. I would listen to it beforehand. Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you hear the emotional intent of that piece? Like, do you feel like the vibes of it? Like, do you
of the
track or any music, any piece of music, or do you?
I'm sure, but this one in particular, yeah. No, I mean, I can see it. I actually clicked on the link so I could see some of the comments, so I can maybe get a bit of a vibe for it. But I guess the character is like kind of like a drunk fighter.
Oh, is she? I didn't even know.
Kind of like maybe drunk and stuff. Maybe I'm wrong on that one.
Yeah, like
and I think that kind of maybe makes a little more to the. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I think it's cool. I mean, I think it's amazing that, like, because a lot of folks are like, well, I need context. And I agree with you in this case that, like, there's a need for it. But, like, I often wonder, like, if people are able to create their own sort of landscapes musically or, like, emotionally through music by like, hearing it. Because some people really need context, you know, and I think that's okay. But I just think it's interesting because I don't. But
sure,
I can't tell if it's because I've, like, spent years and years and years not having context. I don't know. It's very interesting.
I'd say it's less so much that I would need the context, more so like I feel like it would be elevated a little bit, you know? Like that part feels like it was made with the intention of a gameplay section happening
Where
there.
there's a big shift.
Yes, which actually might be a perfect segue. So
yeah, I think so.
So the second track that I have was one that I liked a lot because it adjusts based on combat and discovery. Now, obviously, when you click on the soundtrack on the YouTube video, it's very much like this is the combat part, which would loop until you're done with the combat, and then here's the not combat part. Yeah. But even with that, it tends to move really smoothly. And I like this one a lot because, it's because it's one of my favorite games of all time. So this is the theme of Mars in Mass Effect 3. I'm not so sure if you're a Mass Effect Andy.
I am, yeah. I haven't played...
Pause. Are you clicking unpause?
No.
Are you lying to me?
No, I swear to God, it wasn't.
Okay.
I paused it.
Okay. Maybe because you're the room owner.
So I have to control it. Maybe.
That was funny. I thought you were just fucking with me. Like you were canceling the Halo 3 start game thing, but like one player's not ready over and over again.
I do love Mass Effect 2, and I enjoy Mass Effect 3 for what it was too. I actually really like Mass Effect 3.
I think 3 is very good for what it is. I mean, it's certainly not perfect, but for what they had to do in like 2 years, it's quite impressive. But
Earth
Mars is
cool. The whole like opening segment. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
The section here is on Mars, and that's like the second major mission of the game. For the most part, I just think it has a really interesting way you mix between combat and discovery. So I'll let it roll. Obviously starts with the discovery part.
Yeah.
See, we talked about sci-fi in the Call of Duty one. Yeah. This is sci-fi, right?
Love those horns.
They love their horns in Mass Effect 3.
And it's also like this natural crescendo. It's so good. Combat.
I don't know what that synth is, but it gets me every time. Their horn stuff, it's just fantastic.
It's so good.
Every single time.
The crescendos every time, too, where it swells like that.
What I love, too, is that whole part kind of tends to loop when you're in combat. For the most part, this continues as it goes for the next little bit. But
it's so good.
I love that one a lot because this is very much like what the hell is Cerberus up to? What's going on? We just escaped the Reapers. What are we looking for? Prothean artifact. Liara's here. Blah, 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 blah. It's a whole dealio. But I love how quickly it can move from like, okay, it's very inquisitive. It's very like what's happening, what's going on, and then straight to like hard combat, and then repeat, and then Mass Effect and their horns. They love their horns.
The horn, I know. The crescendo stuff there is so evocative too, I think, because it's like, what the hell's that? Oh no, there it is. And then it's like, this, I also love, I don't know if you noticed this, but there's like a lot of the empty space where there's just like kind of stuff like sort of sustained. There's a lot of percussion. And it's like, that's the gunfire, like when you're shooting off and ducking around the corner. It's like, so cool.
Mass Effect. Have you done a video on Mass Effect purely?
I've done a video on the suicide mission and leaving Earth.
I mean, the suicide mission is like arguably one of the best tracks in the whole thing. But I would really recommend like just slapping on the 3 hour long every song of the OST for the 3 games and then just rolling through them, because there are some that I think really are undersung. I like it a lot. I think Mass Effect just has a ludicrously good soundtrack.
It's one of those things where I feel like it's really under the surface, but like such a fundamental part of the experience. It's like Star Wars. I mean, like without that musical underpinning, it almost like I don't think it would be nearly as good. I mean, it's great, right? But like
I rewatched Andor like 2 weeks ago, and it was, I mean, the soundtrack for that alone is, I mean, the fact that it can even hold any candle towards original John Williams is impressive. But goddamn, was it good? But yeah, no, I mean, also I'm just a huge Mass Effect head. Always have been.
It's so good.
You know, it's just my game. But yeah, no, I liked to see the bridge between the two, and that's the main reason I picked this song, is because I think it bridges the two very, very well.
That's strictly such a video game thing too, you know, to be able to do that. I mean, that no other piece of media, I think, as far as I know, can like ebb and flow between like, you know, oh, we're researching something. Oh shit, we're in combat. Oh shit, we're researching something. Oh shit, we're in combat. I mean,
and seamlessly too.
Right. Wait, who do you romance in Mass Effect 2 though?
Mass Effect 2, or do you mean like Mass Effect in general?
Well, I mean, I suppose two I have the strongest like connection to.
2 is, I would argue, the best. For a long while, it was Liara, and then I kind of, because the game kind of wants you to. The game almost like forces, like they really like, you gotta romance Liara. Like she has a whole DLC for her. But then as time went on, I kind of was like, I don't know anymore. Now as an adult, it's either like probably Tali, though I do like Jack. Tali or Jack, probably. Jack actually, as a character, excels if you romance her. She like goes up an entire.
Oh,
I had a whole tier list. She goes up a whole tier if you romance her. She's super interesting.
I was always a Miranda guy. Always.
Dude, I don't. Miranda romances are the people who unironically quote Fast and the Furious. I don't need to listen to their opinions.
I don't know what happened. It's every time. I mean, I romanced everybody. I had to try at least one.
Same, of course.
But Jack and Miranda are my two favorites. I mean, don't get me wrong. Tally's so cute and.
Miranda is your favorite. So I really just hit you with the.
But I don't like Fast and the Furious.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm not taking it back. I'm saying by my word, man. I think it's a bad choice. You got to replay the games. You got to replay the games. Look past the ass.
Oh man. At least it wasn't Ashley, dude. All right.
But yeah, those people quote much worse things. So.
Ironically, you've said that you wanted to play Ace Combat 7, and I actually brought an Ace Combat 7 track for this.
Perfect.
For this. So let me give you my spiel. And everyone watching at home, you also should play Ace Combat because you just have to. Ace Combat, Metal Gear Solid, anti-war, peace. How do you survive? How do you live? How do you choose to be like a human in the world? Where is your spirit? Ace Combat, incredibly positive. Armored Core, incredibly negative, incredibly dark, incredibly heavy. Ace Combat is full of hope. FromSoft, you love Souls-likes. I've seen it. I've seen you play Lies of P. Yeah, except in Ace Combat, everything kills you. The sky will kill you if you stall out. The ground will kill you if you crash into it. The fighter pilots that are coming at you will kill you. There's things in the game called a tunnel run. You know what a tunnel run is. You have to to go into the tunnel. You know, how fast do you choose to go? Do you choose to go really slow? Do you choose to go really fast? Ace Combat's got it all. I mean, like it's power fantasy. It's plain Jesus. You feel powerful, but you also feel weak. You are a part of a team, but you're also a solo rider, and there's just nothing like it. And in this particular track, Daredevil, so this is like the culmination. This is it. This is do or die. And in this moment, this particular version of it, of course, is more streamlined, so you won't hear like the break. But there's this really beautiful moment that happens where something happens and everything stops, and then all of a sudden you can actually do damage. And you can actually take over, and you can actually win this fight. This is also the time that we get the entire melody, because a lot of Ace Combat games, they have like one central melody that they kind of tease around throughout different tracks, but this is the time we get it. I love the anticipation in this.
Yeah, this is very like pre-mission type thing.
Just a build up.
This
So
is so
playing
inter-
in the mission. This
is
in the
so
mission.
interesting because I was actually going to do a Project Wingman soundtrack for
Oh, you
one
should.
of mine.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I played the game and it sounds kind of similar to the Project Wingman final theme.
Yeah. And no one thinks this is what Ace Combat can sound like. I love it.
I think I'm going to get a lot of horns today, aren't I?
I'll tell you when the transition happens. Castanets in the back. Oh, my God. Remember, about fighter planes.
Yeah. No, it's about jet fighting.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I always heard that the game soundtracks were always insane.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude. Choral backing behind that beautiful single voice. Oh, my God. Should be coming up, I'll tell you this when it happens. But like everything stops, just breaks. We'll get there. It's coming up.
This makes sense why you'd like this. This is right a page out of your book.
Yeah. So normally there would be a big break right here, but there isn't in this case. It's like a 15-second break, and they just...
Fighter jets.
Fighter jets. Silly plane game. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So when you get to that part in game, I think you'll be like, what? It's just like...
This is interesting because we had the conversation on the Stellar Blade one about context with the music. But this one, like, I don't think I need any context. I can tell exactly almost, I get the feeling I know exactly what's happening as I listen to it, between the breaks and the crescendos and everything that's kind of going up and down. I imagine the gameplay elevates this to a monumental degree. And not to say that it's not good on its own, it's very, very damn good on its own. I'm actually kind of impressed how much they played around with both types of vocals. You had a lot of spikes of male voices here and there, and then of course you got the main lady.
it's not afraid to connect to the past. It's like the ultimate fusion, because it's also interesting because the Ace Combat soundtrack can have a bunch of different varieties, whether it's rock, prog rock, opera, classical, heavy jazz. Like there's, and you've heard Project Wingman's music, which is similar, but this is like sometimes I think it has a real richness in its texture. It's so interesting because it's you wouldn't think it would be like this. And I remember when I first heard Zero from Ace Combat Zero, I was like, okay, this is gonna suck. It's gonna be like whatever. And then you get into it, it's like castanets and flamenco, tango, tension music, and it's like, what the fuck? Like how the fuck? How? It shouldn't be this way. Dude, I cannot tell you enough. Like I mean, I don't know you that well, but I think you would go absolutely bananas apeshit for Ace Combat 7.
I think I will, because I played Ace Combat, I mentioned like a little bit back in the day, but I actually was really into Armored Core. I played basically almost every Armored Core, I think besides like 4 Answer or something. I don't know.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I played like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like I played 6 recently, right?
Yeah.
And 6 was my 2023 game of the year.
Oh, I see. You loved Ace Combat 6. Oh, Armored Core 6.
I loved Armored Core 6, but I also really love like dark, heavy, depressing stuff, and so Armored Core is my jam. Warhammer fan, but it doesn't mean I can't appreciate like
this is the flip side.
Yeah, some good like strong-hearted feelings, and so I do think, but like I know a lot of the mission style for Ace Combat and Armored Core is very similar, where it's like these small little bits that have like 15 minutes, briefing, etc. And so Armored Core 7 has been on my list for a long, long while.
Ace Combat 7. Yeah.
Sorry,
we just did the same thing. We just flipped.
We flipped it between.
I'm going to do a video. I'm actually going to do a video AC versus AC versus AC versus AC.
I mean, they both are AC, but and it doesn't feel good that their numbers are almost the same too.
Yeah, I didn't realize you loved Armored Core. If you love Armored Core, it's like a natural progression to I would be stunned if you didn't like Ace Combat.
I get a good feeling that I will, and I have a very good feeling that I will definitely want to get super into it before the 8th one comes out. I don't know what it is later this year, maybe next year.
I hope so. Yeah. So I became obsessive. Like I don't know. We play a lot of games. Like it's our job. It's fun. We like to try things out. I heard this music, played Ace Combat 7, became a massive convert. I consider Ace Combat like a part of my identity, which is crazy because it's really hard for me as an adult to lock in on something. I love it in the same way that I love Final Fantasy, which I've been playing since I was a kid. Metal Gear Solid. Like there's last year I played 450, and then Project Wingman. This year I'm planning on doing 450. It's the year of Ace Combat over here on this channel. So I'm anyway,
big fans.
Yeah. All right, what's next?
Simple, actually. This one was a new soundtrack that I think is heavily underrated. That's the extent of it. I've got 2 of them. They're both very short. I think we both have run into the same issue. You'll occasionally find detractors who are always like, new video games aren't as good as old video games. And of course, they always look towards the same stuff, look towards our current AAA market, which granted is full of crap. But obviously, there is tons of good stuff where if you look deeply, and not even that deeply, honestly, it's pretty there. One of the ones that I think has a very good soundtrack that I think has kind of gone under the radar is the lovely game BallxPit.
Oh, I love this soundtrack.
Oh, you do? Have you done anything on it before?
Just one video, just like as a don't sleep on this. Oh, I love this soundtrack.
Oh, so you did do a video for it.
Yeah, just a small song. Which
track? Okay. Do you remember which song it was?
Well, the first one was the one I really liked, and then I also really liked the second one. I didn't get very far, so I didn't finish it.
The first 2 levels.
The first 2 levels. I loved the first level song.
Gotcha. I forget. BallxPit level. Yeah, the little chanting.
Oh my god, I love that soundtrack.
I'm trying to remember the level. Okay, so you did the Boneyard, and then they did the Snowy Shores.
Yes.
Okay, so I brought 2. I brought the Snowy Shores, and I brought the third one, which is the Liminal Desert.
Okay, I've not heard this one.
Then that's perfect. Well, then we'll do the Liminal Desert.
Okay. Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, it gets right out the gate.
Oh my god, what a vibe.
I wanted to think of something that's like, it's not an underrated game. People love this game. I love this game. But I feel like people don't bring this one up when it comes to the soundtrack discussion enough.
They don't talk about it.
No, and they should.
Yeah. My God.
Them, as you may remember, there's always a little bit of a boss-ish theme as it goes. I don't remember quite when that hits, but I'll know when it does. So yeah, that's one of the many levels of BallxPit, and as you've heard, the first two, they're both very, very good. The third one, I would say the two favorites are the snowy one and this one, but I don't think there's a single bad one.
I love the momentum and energy in that, and also it's cool because it's essentially repeats the same thing over and over and over again, but it does so in such a way that it expands underneath it, and so it's like constantly shifting, even though it like stays the same, and so you really lock into it, and also the melodies are just so good that you just can't help but like feel like son of a bitch. Yeah, I love the adrenaline in it, and again, melody is such a powerful thing because it really like you can connect to it in such a big way, and it's amazing how this like God, there were so many like really fun things where like the main melody would be there, and then a second voice would come in and carry it and pick it up, and then there were actually like three main melodies occurring, boom, ba-da-doo-doo, ba-doo-boo, and they kind of just inter like move into each other. Oh my God, that was excellent. I gotta listen to the rest of the soundtrack.
No, I think every piece of it's great. I think BallxPit is a great way to like have fate steal 50 hours from your life, just out of nothing, just suck it away from you. But the music is, and despite as good as it is, the music is I think a little undersung, or at least it should be listened to. I think a little bit more. It's a great little background track.
It is funny how that happens, though. I think it's a thing that occurs where we play games We love games, but sometimes there are parts of games that are like an essential part of the experience that we forget because they're so good. Because when they're bad, you know.
Yeah,
but when
it's like
they're
editing.
good, yeah, exactly. And it's funny because like a game will be really popular, but then there will still be parts of it that are deeply underappreciated, even though they're like fundamentally a part of the whole like experience. I don't know. It's such a video game problem.
No, you're totally right. I mean, you know, one thing I always forget about. Team Fortress has like an insanely good soundtrack.
Yeah,
like insanely good. But I never like stay long enough to listen to it because I'm playing the team shooter. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Video game consumption and video game appreciation are not everybody's going to appreciate a video game, but everyone will consume it. And so the question becomes if this even is valid, like if it even matters. But like, you know, how do you take a step back and like really look at this and be like, wow, this is actually like a piece of art. Like BallxPit. I mean, okay, fundamentally the game is amazing. It's fun. It's a game. It's a great game, but it's also art.
Yeah, games are both art and product.
Right.
And where you are on the scale is the question, right? Because I mean, I would say BallxPit leans more on, I wouldn't say necessarily more on product because in a sense it is more on product, but that sounds maybe a little bit too disingenuous. The game is made to be a phenomenal, like constant serotonin, dopamine thing that scales really well. It's just a great fun time. It's a great roguelite sort of kind of whatever you want to call it. And it's really excellent. But obviously, you know, defining what you would call art is its own thing.
Separate,
you know, not everything is Journey. You know, from back when. But it depends. But BallxPit, regardless, great game, really underrated music.
Good soundtrack. Yeah, I want to move over to this is like pure opera. Babylon's Fall. Remember this game?
Oh God, I remember it for not good reasons.
Well, I'm about to blow your mind. This is Prelude to Reclamation from Babylon's Fall. Yeah, terrible game. I mean, like, you know, dead on arrival.
Yes, this one did not find the light of day for like a week.
I think it was only out for like a year.
Okay, I'm ready to get my mind blown then.
Dude, this is like full hardcore classical. So are you into this? Are you okay with classical?
I mean, I don't know. Show me. We'll find out.
All right. Lovingly, obviously.
Oh no, I fuck with this.
Wait till you hear the male vocals in the back half, dude. It's like, this is the shit I used to kind of sing. Like, this is nuts.
Very Final Fantasy, which makes sense. Very got a bit of a. It's very Japanese, Japanese fantasy.
It gets better. Yeah, the nice pronounced lower bass there. Oh, I'm gonna just shut up. You gotta just. It's one of the coolest fucking things.
I do like this. Oh shit.
Yeah. This is the stuff I used to sing.
This is a crime that this game.
I know.
Oh. Wait, this rocks.
I know. That's Mozart, baby.
I clicked on the video link and all the comments are your ass.
It gets better. Key change.
Yeah, no, I actually fuck with this quite a bit. I love music like this. Love music like this, and I seem to find it exclusively in like Japanese games. Maybe not exclusively, but very often in Japanese fantasy. This is actually this is a crime that it was not heard of by a lot of people. Holy crap!
We'll get into it. It's.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great shit. That's some top level stuff there. It reminded me a lot of some of the Nier tracks I've heard. The Nier is a little less grandiose with it. That's really good. It reminds me of Metaphor Re Fantastia a little bit. I mean, hell, I wouldn't be shocked if the male vocalist was the same guy.
That's true. I don't think so. Yeah,
I don't think so either. But they're very similar sounding.
The thing is, like, so for 14 years. I was doing the opera stuff, and I was really, it was all about like getting people to hear it and exposing people to it and inviting them to come along for the ride, and for better or for worse, they either would or they wouldn't. Only to find out that this isn't the only example, but this is like, when I tell you this is the best piece of classical media that's come out of not the classical world, is like the classical industry is crazy. Now, I agree with you in that Japan has a tendency to, I love this. I often get this comment a lot. It's like, wow, there's always all this weeb shit.
Hey, if it was only Stellar Blade, then sure, darn, damn, oh well. But
I mean, this shit is so good. Like, I don't care if it's weeb shit.
No, who cares?
But so Japan is not afraid to take the sound and keep it really rooted. And I don't know why that is. Like, I don't know what the anthropological, the ludomusicology reason for why Japan has taken the Western sound of the Western classical orchestra and really just run with it and in some ways evolved it and evolutionized it. I don't know why. And it's not to say that the West hasn't done that, because plenty of it, I mean, of course it's great. And like it happens, that's what I find crazy is that this is the exact same thing you would hear in a Verdi Requiem. You know, you would hear this at the turn of the 19th century. You would hear this in 1901, 1905, 1910. And yet here we are, whatever year Babylon's Fall came out, and here it is, and this is like glorious. You could hear this in a symphony hall today, and people would absolutely go bananas for it, because you pair it with the Verdi Requiem, it'd be like the same shit. And this is one of the biggest problems with games, is that we move at such a fast pace that, you know, there's 40 years of musical history, and I mean, this is forgotten because it wasn't popular. So like, what happens to something from 30 years ago that is like late 90s that's still really good, that no one. Oh, well.
Yeah, I mean, could we imagine if Claire Obscure was not the smash hit it would have been? That would have been
exactly
a treasure trove of music that would have never been heard.
So we're lucky that actually picked up in the way that things kind of worked out for that game worked out. I mean, obviously, you know, luck plus preparation equals opportunity. But I mean, like, you know, Claire Obscure is one of the best soundtracks to come out in gaming. And
yeah, 100%.
The idea that it could be just like some indie game that's sitting in Steam that maybe like a couple thousand people have played would be so sad.
Honestly, kind of could have been the fate of BallxPit if it didn't have a little bit of some steam behind it, because that, I mean, thank you Devolver Digital and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But it really, I mean, it's a good title. I'm hugely into that kind of stuff. Please send me more if you know of some more.
Sure, I will. Yeah,
because I'd love some more stuff. I've been there was actually a bit of classical stuff. I remember hearing out of Signalis a while ago that I remember really liking.
Well, those are like 1-to-1s. Claire de Lune, of course. There's
of course. There was the other one, Stachowski or something.
There's the Schubert Serenade Stenchen from.
Yes,
that's Schubert. I mean, like, and this is the thing. Like, you think Schubert thought that he would end up in a video game? Like, no.
You thought Schubert would end up in lesbian robot Silent Hill? Hell no,
I wanted you to say it. I haven't. I had to make sure. Yeah, exactly. No, he did it. That man died of syphilis. with poor. I'm pretty sure. Like, you know, they had. Do you ever hear about you know what a Schubertiad is?
No.
They used to gather around. They're called Liederabends, where you would gather around and you would sing, like, he would present his work to singers. They would all just kind of hang out and like do like a reading, and they would just sing his music. That dude, I mean, for more or less, I mean, didn't die in obscurity, but like, you know, never ever in a million years. So it's crazy how like video games again, but it goes to say that like at the end of the day, to the point previously, it's like consumerism and art, and there's that fine line where it's like it is a product and it's an art, and in the case of this,
I mean, Babylon's Fall was sold heavily as a product. So
right.
It's an MMO type thing, but
right.
I mean, clearly aspects of it are very artful.
Understood the assignment. It's crazy. What's
so
next?
my next big one is called Bathroom Break.
By all means, I'll turn off my camera.
Yeah, give me 5 minutes. So my number 4. This one is very simple. I wanted a crescendo. I think the ability to do a final boss theme is very important, and being able to build up to it in the right way, I think is also really important. I think one of the best final boss themes of all time is Nier Replicant Shadow Lord. It might be the best one I think ever. It's probably my favorite. That's not the one we're listening to. We talked about Resident Evil before. I do not think there has been a better crescendo than the official boss fight with Mr. X, the Super Tyrant, at the end of Resident Evil 2. Don't get me wrong, Salazar, all the Resident Evil 4 stuff, very good. It's just the combination of everything. It's the fact that he's got great lead up. He's been hounding and harassing you the whole game. Everything is exploding. You've got a literal countdown timer on it, and then Leon, rookie cop, 1 day late for his job, basically like late for his police officer job, whatever, is there, and he kind of like has the okay, let's get it done type thing, you know. Yeah. And I also want to get something with a little bit more vocals than my other stuff, so hence the choice. So let's get it going. So I know this is him walking out of the spot because it blows up the door.
Oh, I love the strings. Oh
yeah.
Wow.
Mind you, you've got a count. You've got a timer above your head too.
Yeah,
you know?
And that's what that momentum is. Oh, crap! How the synthetic sound represents, lab made.
It's such a, like, this is the last bit, go, you know. it's just so I never played Resident Evil 2 before the remake came out. What happened with that one in particular was that I just remembered for the first time like how well paced that game was. Just going from rookie cop Leon through the police station, then the weird underground stuff, the weird conspiracies, big lab, you know, and it's such a crescendo. And then this dude's been an asshole the whole game. Everything is being a problem. Everything's exploding. There's a timer above his head. And now you finally get to deal with the problem. And then they get this theme song. And it's like, I haven't felt such like a stirring in my chest like that. It was so strong.
Yeah, I mean, but it's amazing, isn't it? I mean, like the whole thing is excellent. You have the again the klaxon. Also, man, like you can't help but jump out of your seat. Like it feels so good. But then also too, like the chorus is like so like Antichrist, and it's also fun because I feel like we finally get, you know, the Tyrant, Mr. X, like we finally get this opportunity to like see him in his full, you know, he's not just like walking behind you chasing, which is always unnerving, but like now he's like, watch me, Brit. You know what I mean? Like it's just so, yeah, no, that's sick.
I mean, genuinely, he like blows out of a wall on fire with a flaming hook arm. No hat anymore, mind you, no hat. And then no shirt, he just jumps on your platform, screeches at the top of his lungs, and then this theme starts, and you're like, oh, it's just the adrenaline that gets like injected into your veins, and then the theme starts going, and I don't know. There's just something. It hits in a way that not many things hit like that.
But again, that's like the coolest thing about music is that like he's already imposing, he's already terrifying. But then you hear this, and you're like, and what's cool is that you also hear the countdown timer. Oh God, there's only a minute left. You know what I mean? Like it's such a satisfying thing. Yeah, dude. No.
You know for a fact as a player, like this is it. I'm gonna kill this guy now. Yeah. Finally. Yeah. And that feeling it gets me. It gets me.
Your version was BallxPit. My version of Liza P.
Oh, love Liza P.
Yeah.
Huge Liza P fan.
Oh, I remember watching your video.
I
you were like,
genuinely
struggled with this. No, this was easy for me. I remember that.
I did say that. Yeah, it wasn't too hard. Granted, I think I used like a poison spear, which was insanely overpowered. Which is it a boss theme?
No, I actually don't know when this plays. It's just how much I like it. I just like this
okay.
Theme. This is a Lisram Golden. Liza P is interesting because a lot of people love it, but no one's talking about the music.
Yeah, no, you're right, and that's weird though because like I don't know. I did like the music. I remember loving the music.
Music's great.
The music's fantastic, but I don't fully. You're right. I don't remember talking much about the music either, though I do remember liking the music. So I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm too focused on the gameplay.
God, that's the problem with any of the FromSoft Souls-likes. It's really difficult to, except for maybe like. There's a couple that stick out. Like I remember the first time I heard Ludwig the Holy Blade. Like
God, of course.
In general, like I think it's really tough to really appreciate the music as you're experiencing it because you're trying so hard not to die. But yeah, this piece, I don't know. Like I think also the records are so interesting. Like I loved Liza P. Honestly, I couldn't finish it. It's way too hard for me.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know. But this track, I love this track. Take a listen to this.
Oh, it's funky. You would be correct. This is a record.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, imagine. It's a boss theme for Arlecchino. So shit.
I'm seeing a most replayed moment coming up. Ooh, the strings.
The flip there is so awesome.
That's actually really good. You're right. I have not actually heard that one. I think it's mainly because in order to listen to a lot of the records, you kind of just got to sit in the hub, the Firelink Shrine area.
Oh.
So you'll hear the first 30 seconds of whatever you had over and over again because you're going and doing your stuff and then leaving, right? So
30 seconds of feel.
Yeah, and but that's funky though.
Only 58,000 views since since my birthday, since September 18th, 2025. Like that's sad. I mean, what a great piece, and I think it's cool that they took the music from their rhythm game, their DJ Max, I think it is, and they threw them into the Lies of P, and people will really ask for Arlecchino's boss theme, which I still have to do, but the high quality version isn't out there. But honestly, it's just not talked about, and it sucks because everyone's always raving about from Souls like boss music or music in general from these games, but for whatever reason, Lies of P is kind of just fallen off the wayside, even though people are like, oh, it's an amazing Bloodborne 2 or whatever.
I'll be honest, I think there's a lot of really good ones, but I think nothing has ever really stood out as nothing is Ludwig.
Yeah.
There's a million really good, this is a solid B+ Dark Souls 3 boss theme type thing, but there's not a whole lot of Ludwigs. There's not a whole lot of Slave Knight Gales or something like that,
Yeah.
And I think that might be its main issue, but except for Arlecchino, which was really good. So
really good.
Really, really good. So my last one, very simple concept.
Okay.
The theme for this one was most replayed. This is a part where I think the soundtrack itself is good, solid across the board. However, there is one part that carries the entire thing. And this is, of course, I have to add one Warhammer music. It's my contract. And I think you've already listened to this, but should you have not, I will play it regardless. This is the Gauntlet. It is one of course, Jesper Kid or Kid, I never have pronounced it. One of his songs is a classic. I listened. It's in a couple of the missions. This was added in a mission post the game's launch. So if you listen to the music and when it launched, then you probably have already heard of this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard this one or not, but if regardless, you will know exactly when the most replayed part is. You will know exactly when it happens. Probably already clear what the part was. They do it again, so we'll go through the whole thing.
So damn good. We can listen to the whole thing. I don't care.
I have no idea what the hell this thing is that they're playing there, but it gets me.
it's so good, dude.
It's really good. I mean, I don't know. Just something about yelling guardsman lines during this playing. It just fills me with a passion.
Yeah, dude.
That's about most of the songs. So the rest is just kind of the repeats.
He's a genius. I actually have an interview with him that is not out yet on my channel. We sat down for an hour and change.
Oh, no shit. Hell yeah, dude.
I gotta get it out. We're working on a title and thumbnail so that, you know, Jesper Kid is got to be like he's the coolest, hippest. You know, he's just like so chill. Meanwhile, he makes like shit like this, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just trying stuff." What do you mean, dude?
I mean, he's certainly trying stuff. He's a little humble about it, but that's trying stuff.
God,
did you listen to this at all, like with him or anything? The song?
No, we ended up just talking. We ended up just talking
okay.
about like we talked about this. We talked about, you know, Hitman, Blood Money, especially. We, you know, oh my God, dude, Apocalypse. Oh my, I almost brought that. Anyway, you know what it is? It's like it pushes the envelope for like what we know. Kind of like Babylon's Fall is like very clearly. Don't mind my fidget. Babylon's Fall is very clearly rooted in very clearly in classical. But then this is rooted in classical. But then it says, you know what? Fuck it. Let me just like, you know.
Yeah. Here's. I don't even know what that thing they're doing is in the beginning. This like kind of it sounds like someone like screwing a wrench in, or like a not like a wrench, like a socket, whatever it's called. Yeah. But it's such a, like, I don't know where that's coming from or why, but it fits.
Would you say this is one of your most played, or one of your most played like games, or like what's when you brought this? What was your?
Oh no! So I was thinking of it as the you know, sometimes you listen to a song, and then you see the timeline. You see most replayed. Yes, most replayed. And so there's the part where the organs hit, and it's like a sheer spike in the timeline. They're just huge, and so. For me, it was the most replayed, where there's one part in the song that really like punches it up, where people will be, because I remember when I was playing Darktide, and I was going through and I was doing the thing, and I was like yada yada, and then I just hear the organs get slammed on. I'm like, what the hell was that? You know, Spaceballs, they've gone to plaid, and it just like that was one of those moments where I was like, holy shit! And then as soon as I finished my mission, I went over and I said, part with the giant organ new Darktide mission, you know, and then I find this, so it's it hits, like, it just punches you in the face, and it's great. There's something about it.
Yeah, it kicks you in the face. It's so good.
Who knows? Maybe it's our raising. Maybe it's our circumstance. Who freaking knows? But I love my dark, depressing, and dreary shit. But you've been showing me a lot of like strong, heartfelt, like uplifting stuff, and so I think there's obviously there's a point to both, but I think there's a nice like dichotomy there.
You know, I used to love singing like their operas that were really dark and heavy and depressing, like Werther or Carmen, you know, like you know, Estranged Love or Unrequited Love or Rejection, and I used to like connect to it so much. But I think as I've gotten older, I don't know, man, maybe just things are good. And I want music, and like Sonic, I listened to a lot of Sonic last year because it's just happy. You know, it's just like enthusiastic.
Yeah. I mean, I've spent most of my time listening to Clair Obscur, and that's not very happy at all.
That's the hard part about Clair Obscur, is it's so good, but it's such a state.
Yeah, like, no, you start the first 2 hours of that game, and you're like, you got to really make sure you recommend it to the right person. Because it's a hefty game.
I
definitely came into that one thinking it would be more of like a all audiences thing, and it was not.
No,
I mean, I really enjoyed it, but obviously, I do get what you mean. I think it's also just like a time and a place. I listen to happy music when I'm sad, and vice versa. I listen to sad music when I'm happy. And I think I've been pretty. You know what? The last like 6 months have been like really ups and downs, like some like the highest highs and some pretty bad lows. And so I think I've just been everywhere lately. But I did notice that trend of like more uplifting stuff when things are tough.
It's interesting, the musical seasons that we'll go in. I think ultimately what it really comes down to is like, yeah, like today we just spent some time looking at all these different like settings of music and when they happen, when they don't happen, when they should happen, blah 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 blah. But like ultimately what the main thing is always emotion. and connecting with things. And it doesn't matter whether, you've been doing it for, professionally for 14 years or whether, you're a person who just loves music. I hate the concept of like othering with music, because everyone feels the way they feel. Everyone knows when they connect to something. They may not know how to express it verbally, but they know that music means something. Yeah, that's why stuff like this is so fun. I mean, like, it doesn't have to be more complex than this. You know what I mean? Oh man, that's a great piece. Why? Okay, that's it. You know what I mean? You
know what? On that note, I'd like to leave you with something that you might find, because you've been on a happy, kind of more excited type of thing. So there is actually, this is maybe the single thing. So I have a turntable in my house because I'm an early 30s Californian man, so I have to have records, or else what am I doing? I should move to Seattle. But one of my favorite ones by far. Now, I don't think you'll be able to listen to this on for a video, probably because I'm pretty sure it's copywritten and the usual. One of the few benefits of game music is most of it's not copywritten, but it is. Speaking of Japan, it's my turn to bestow some of that to you. It is a thing from a guy named Masayoshi Takanaka, and he has the sickest album cover in the world of him skydiving over, I think, somewhere in either Japan or one of the Pacific Islands, and he's just got this big shit-eating grin and a thumbs up. And it is the most, like, I forget what it was. Someone described it as like sparkling water with cucumber. It's such like a Pacific Islands kind of like Hawaii. The wind is not, you got all the doors open, the wind is flowing through. It's such like an upbeat, lovely feeling to that music. And whenever I listen to it, I find myself jamming when I'm like cutting up carrots or something for dinner. It's just there's something about it. And so I want to leave you with that as a both you and also the viewers with something that might be very uplifting. In this time. Well, listen, thank you, Bricky. I mean, for coming back on, and yeah, man, it was a treat as always. Guys, if you want to grab a shirt, the links are in the description. Woo! They are really nice. I mean, look how beautiful this is. You can rep music. Not that this entire episode was just to promote the shirts, because it wasn't, but while we're here. while we're here. Might as well also showcase it. These shirts are awesome, and thank you, Bricky, for asking me, and it's great. And so thank you for introducing me to the stuff today too. There's been I think we covered a pretty good base. Yeah, I think so. And there was a lot of really good stuff. And this is only the surf. I mean, like, again, there's 40 years of it. God, and some of the older stuff too is so legit, and like, it's so funny to see where we are now, sort of following these old school trends that have been around for years and years and years. But like, 8-bit, 16-bit, that may be, in some ways the most iconic, the most accurate video game music to video games themselves. So, but no, dude, thank you so much for having me on. It was a pleasure. I think I got some really cool stuff out of it too. There's a whole Babylon's Fall to go look into now, which is shocking. I would never thought I would ever say that, but I know I might replay RE2 now. yeah. Oh, dude, it's good stuff. Anyway, hey, thanks again for having me on. I really appreciate it. And thanks everybody for watching. And we'll talk to you later. See ya. Sounds good. Peace.